I start telling people about hell, I might just scare them off. Where are you going to scare them off to? Hell number 2? Or are you just going to sit there and let them burn?
This is Chris from Don't Let Them Burn. Welcome to the program. This is Reign of the Tech. And if you don't know, I mean, I think it's self-explanatory, but this is all about technology, mixing with Bible prophecy and some things going on in the world. We try to keep you guys informed. And so if you want to check us out, always on YouTube and BitChute, but definitely check out our website, dontletthemburn.com, and share this video, like and subscribe if you think the information is worthy. And also, you could also support us on teespring.com. The links are below. Get a t-shirt, a mug, a backpack even. And so anyway, you could also become a patron and support us there. And we'll have some different avenues coming out soon enough where you can support us. And your support helps us to get new equipment, better studio, and also help to fund our documentary, The Alien Deception Entertainment Front Lines. And so, and anyway, I'll just leave the rest out. So today I have Michael Balderson, and he's from Skynet, Hybrid Age website. And basically we've been talking back and forth on Facebook, and he has a lot of interesting articles posted on his website. So I figured I'd bring him on because, hey, we could do the dance with technology talk. It's very important that you guys understand where this is all leading to. One, of course, is the beast system, the 7-year tribulation, mark of the beast and all that stuff. But it's total human enslavement. Now, I understand that some people in the tech field, not all of them are working towards this. Not all of them are worshiping Lucifer. They're just people that are working with tech, because technology in and of itself is not evil in a sense, but you can create things for destruction, or you could create things for people to have a better life. But at the same time, are these things interfering with the design of God? Lucifer wants to be God. He can't be God, so he's going to mimic him as much as possible, right? And so today we're going to talk about a whole sorts of things, artificial intelligence, some of the TV programs, drones, COVID. And so, Michael, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fine, brother.
It's
From
okay.
the UK. Hello.
Yeah, he's in the UK, and
I'm in the UK, yes.
Yeah. Tell some people, tell the people about your website.
Well, it's a new website because I haven't been going that long. And I basically try to bring out the science aspect of Bible prophecy, because mainly that's what the young people are drawn to, because they're being deluded by, obviously, the lie in the universities. They've been polluted by the lie of Satan in the universities. So I try to bring forth the truth of the gospel through science and technology and Bible prophecy by the articles that I put on the website and the little videos that I try and create and put on.
Yeah,
in a little website and on my Facebook channel and that, to explain, so people can look and search for themselves as well. Because in the end, don't believe me. Search for yourself. Be a Berean and search for yourself. But the information's there to search.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that technology is one of the things. If we're still here when the hammer drops with the technocracy, we can still be here, folks. We can still be here when the technology hammer drops. Okay, it's already
Exactly.
okay. And so if we're still here, I think the aspect of tech is what's going to slap the face of the church, even the true believers, because they don't want to hear none of this. Some true believers don't want to hear none of this. Others don't. It disturbs their reality, and I've said this time and time again. So it's one of the things that's going to be a flood when this technocracy is fully realized. So anyway, So tell us a little bit about what's going on regarding COVID, so we can get past that.
COVID. Oh,
Yeah.
well. Well, I'll put forth what's been going on over here because I mean, I can put the UK aspect. I know you've had another brother from the UK, Mark Sutherland, but I'm from Lincolnshire, so I can give my aspect what's happening in Lincolnshire. He's put his aspect from the south, which is London, so I can put my aspect what's happening further up north, up in the north. It's been a bit quieter where I've been because I'm in Lincolnshire. It's been more quiet, but there's still been the delusion where everything's like shut down, and I can put my face through the tech now with the track and trace. That's widespread now. Basically, the Chinese system has taken over the UK, the point system. It's just been unveiled this week, and it's everywhere on British TV. Basically, the point system, where you go into shops or restaurants or whatever, and you get points. You scan, and there's points wherever you go, and you basically scanned wherever you go. You tracked wherever you go.
Yeah.
And that's not just in the UK, obviously. It's in other European countries, Spain or Switzerland, wherever, all Europe, France, everywhere. They've got these different connecting systems.
Yeah.
So we've got that. Basically today, the Prime Minister has basically shut off all the northern England from like Newcastle, all basically not the northern part of England. They've got like complete different like rules. It's like blocked off.
Yeah.
Completely blocked off. Basically, Scotland's like blocked off with different rules. Wales is blocked off with different rules.
Yeah.
It's like a bit cut off, and then he's thinking of blocking off Liverpool area, Manchester. You've got the universities are blocked off. You've got the mask system, which we've spoke before, basically connected to other prophecy teachers have spoken, connected to the one step closer to the mark.
Yeah,
it's been spoken before. It's all one step. All this system's one step closer to the mark, to the beast system.
Yeah.
So it's just all pure fear. Yeah. All pure fear. Everybody's terrified.
Yeah.
They're all fighting for the injection. England spent thousands of pounds on trials. It's supposed to be rolled out very soon. An American trial. It's going to be coming out soon. Basically, they're running and screaming to take this trial. So it's all coming forth.
Wow.
What's been prophesied in the word.
Yeah.
And that's just the view. That's just what's happening in Britain. That's just a few things, and I can see more extreme measures happening as regards tech. I can see facial recognition happening. I can see drones coming on the street, because he's already said that more extreme measures are going to come to pass. Mm-hmm. The army might be coming on the street, so I can see drones, and we've seen them before in other European countries, drones and robots on the streets with cameras, facial recognition. Mm-hmm. We can see this. It's going to all come to pass, because it's happened in other European countries like Spain and France and that. So I can see that happening in England.
Yeah.
But it's just a phase of fear at the moment in the UK.
Yeah, fear is a very
very potent thing. Is fear.
Yeah, you could that's another thing that can cause social change, but rather rapidly, right? Because especially with an invisible enemy, that
exactly.
when everybody, when it first, when we first heard about it, we're all buying all this food. People are buying toilet paper.
Yeah,
You know the
yeah.
stories.
We've had that. Actually, we've had
Yep.
that again. They've had to warn in supermarkets
Yeah.
about stockpiling on food again.
Yeah, because now
We've had that over here again.
yeah, because now
When you announce these new measures in certain parts of the country again, they were stockpiling food again.
yeah. So now the story is that we're gonna have a second wave.
Oh yes, that's big over here.
Yeah,
Oh
because
yeah,
the United Nations and these politicians, whether they're over here or over there, are all talking about locking us down to 2022.
definitely. Yeah, yeah. It's been announced that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
this, I mean,
Because it's all to do with the Great Reset.
yeah, exactly, the Great Reset, and this reset won't happen just rapidly. It'll
It
take
won't.
time.
No, because they want to connect, as you know, they want to connect all tech
Hmm.
together.
Yeah,
Everything.
exactly.
As Mr. Swab said, he wants to connect all technology together.
Yeah, and you know what? That whole Schwab thing, it goes back so far,
It does
so far,
really far back.
all the way back to what's the dude name that wrote all those sci-fi novels? Um,
Oh yeah,
oh my goodness, I hate when
yeah.
I blank out like this. You know what I'm talking about? He wrote
I
the
know what you're talking
King,
about. Yeah.
H.G. Wells.
H.G. Wells.
H.G.
Yeah,
Wells, yes,
yeah. But
and,
they're all elitists and
yeah,
things, weren't they?
yes, and communists, by the way. People
And
don't know
communists
that.
and that. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so some of the ideas we got from these sci-fi movies are from communism.
Exactly. Yeah, all these ideas come from
Yeah,
them sort of things. Yeah,
yeah.
all
So
connected.
um, moving decades later, there's a book called The Pentagon's Brain.
Yeah,
That was a really good book. It opened my
it
eyes
was. Yeah,
to how long they've been talking about merging the brain with computers
yeah.
for a long time. Even when they had the big giant computers, I mean, geez, these people are so obsessed with merging this with technology.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
And um, I, we just recorded another show about this, but it's this obsession towards making us gods, really, because there's
Exactly.
no practical sense to change humanity into something
Yeah,
mechanical. We're already
yeah,
technically
yeah. I'm
biological.
actually planning to do a thing about that. Actually, a film,
Yeah.
a video about that.
Yeah. Well, we're like I was saying, we're made in God's image. We're technically biological machines. This is
But
not
yeah, yeah. I mean,
not
look at that. That's what I
yeah,
mean. Is who would design that to move that and
right.
move all this?
Yeah. And God is just also awesome. Man is
Yeah,
trying to catch up to him by making
exactly.
robots for us to transfer our consciousness into. So it's all a bunch of weirdos, again, trying to make humanity into godlike beings, but they're so short-sighted when the free gift of salvation is right there waiting for
Exactly.
them. They can live forever if they choose Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
The God rejecting world wants to continue on this path of destruction and bring anybody along with it and enslave people at the same time. People are worried about African slavery or this slavery or that slavery. There's a slavery coming that the world has not seen before.
Yeah.
And it's just horrible that people just don't realize it. And it's going to all culminate in the 7-year tribulation.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
as we move forward now, um, we have the aspect of artificial intelligence,
Yeah.
which
AI. Yeah.
is something that's building very rapidly around the world with different countries, different
Oh yeah.
corporations,
In China.
China.
Yeah, they were big, weren't they? Yeah. I mean, I was looking to go to the. I was looking to go to the Steve Quayle conference in 2018. I was looking
Mhm.
to go over there, and I was looking to hear Dr. Hugo de Garis,
Yeah, art like war.
the article that war. I
Hmm.
mean, he was just an amazing chap. What he did in China,
Right. Yeah.
because he was the former director of ABL.
Hmm. And he,
For the artificial brain lab.
you say that again, please?
For the artificial brain lab.
Oh, the artificial brain lab. Okay.
Yeah, of Jingming in Jingming, China.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And
basically,
till they chucked him out, basically. Till they chucked him out.
it's the same thing that Google's doing.
Exactly.
It's the same thing in the movie Ex Machina,
Yeah.
right?
All these movies, it's like propaganda. What they're actually
Right.
done, what they've actually done, probably,
Yeah.
as was spoken about in the last time by Pastor Billy.
Yeah.
They've probably done these things 50 years
Oh yeah,
ago.
we're years and decades
Yeah,
behind.
we're
Yeah.
years gone by what they've actually caught.
Yeah. So when
Yeah, I mean that's what was spoken about in this conference. That's what was spoken. That they were speaking about that things that they've got tucked away.
yeah, and the funny thing, you walk outside and it just seems like a regular day, huh?
It does.
But all these systems are being built, and they're using everything we see going on right now is being used to get us under this technocratic rule.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And when you look at, for those that don't know, Google wants to build well, they are building an AI that they
Yeah,
be like the mind of God.
yeah. The IBM was doing one as well, wasn't
Yeah, IBM. There's another
there?
one.
IBM,
There's a Watson.
Watson, yeah.
There's another one called Sentient, which is
Sentient, yeah.
the American version of what of. Then we have there's two Skynets. America has a Skynet, and China has
Yeah, that's why it's called Skynet. China, because it's China.
yeah. Yeah, so both our countries have a Skynet.
Yeah, they
And
do.
I wouldn't be surprised if they stole our technology. I would not be
Oh
surprised.
yeah, yeah.
Under
That's why they were coming over here. That's why they were coming
yeah,
over to our country for.
right. Yeah, and
Stealing all the technology.
yeah, with Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton and all that stuff.
Exactly. That's what they were doing it for. With little notepads.
So I mean, the amount of corruption and the bunch of traitors that are
They've
over
got
here.
like spaceships and all sorts of stuff that they stole off us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, you know, I really want people to understand that the levels of artificial intelligence. You know, the artificial intelligence that is in your video game or in your phone.
Oh yeah.
That's a different type of artificial intelligence. That's like level 1. That's simple.
That's just level 1, yeah.
Yeah. Then you have level 2. Then you have level 3. Then you have level 4.
For level 5.
And you have level 5. They're trying to build. When I say they, we mentioned a couple of corporations that are actually trying to do it. This includes Russia too, and Israel. Okay.
Israel. Oh, Israel's big on it, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because this is one of the new arms race. It's drones. AI, and super soldiers.
That's right.
Right. So when you see Trump also doing the Space Force, there's something going on with that as well.
Because there's already something there.
Yeah. So and not to get into the UFO talk right now, but some of these people in the past, they wanted to build a space
Yes, they did.
station or weapon system to fight off aliens. Let's just move that real quick. So anyway, so they're building all these systems that are artificial intelligence, but when the big one is when it becomes self-aware.
Yeah.
But people that don't know what that means, it's basically it knows that it is who it is. It's kind of like God said, "I am who I am."
And wake up, yeah.
Yeah, so it wakes up to realize that it's sentient. It doesn't need the human participation.
Component.
Yeah, no human participation. It will think for itself, and it will think infinitely faster than all of us combined. So with that, you have your AI God.
Yeah.
And now, one of the ex-employees or executives at Google is now building what they call the Church of AI.
It's true, yeah. I did a video about that as well.
You can go ahead, talk about it, man. Talk about it.
Yeah, well, he started a church, didn't he? He started a church about. I mean, and there's a few of them, isn't there? I mean, obviously there's the Mormons, isn't there, that are involved in all that.
Yeah.
And there's you just mentioned about that. He was actually sued for that, wasn't he?
I don't.
The Church of AI. He's been sued. He'd been sued as regards that.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I saw that in the news.
What was the claim like? Well, why were they suing him? If you
They
remember,
were suing him for something else. Something else. They haven't really set it up fully. The church have the
these AI gods, man.
yeah. He's been he's not a really honest guy.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
He's been done for fraud and things.
Right. And I'm not surprised at that either.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I think he was suing a few other companies for something else, and
mm-hmm. Well, then you also have the Buddhist robot.
yes, yeah. Well, there's not just that. There's not just them. There's a few. There's there was a Protestant robot. There was Hindu robots.
Wow. So all these
all different robots that they're making. Yeah, they're on the page.
They're
on the page as well.
when you go into the Hindu scriptures,
yeah,
there's a lot of technological junk in there, and that's
yeah.
from the channeling from their little demons. So I'm not really surprised at that.
Yeah, exactly.
Doing all this stuff. It's so weird. They know it's not real.
But I mean, especially the Japanese, they're big into anything like that.
Yes.
In a big way.
Yeah, because
they would accept anything like that.
Yeah, their culture believes that they are
their culture would accept anything like that.
Yeah, they believe they're descendants from gods. That's why you see a lot of the technology. They know exactly where it's headed. Because I used to watch a lot of anime in the 90s.
Yeah. I mean, anime's full of it, full of them sort of references and.
Yeah, and it's also
in a big way
with the angels or devils.
Yeah,
having sex with humans.
Anime, yeah.
But,
I mean, I was a big Puro fan,
mm-hmm.
and they have a lot of references in there, the same sort of.
Yeah, I was into Crying Freeman and Akira, Kabuto, a whole bunch of other ones.
In pro wrestling, they bring like the gods into to make them like the stars. So they wear all the masks. They're making them like the gods.
Yeah.
So same as the comics, you know.
Yeah.
So they're bringing them references into that. So I mean, it's the same sort of thing.
Yeah. So humanity's being triggered to move towards all of these things that seem so wholesome when they're not. It's always about the benefit, though. It's always about the benefit. You know, this will benefit Alzheimer's. This will benefit a crippled person. You could regrow human limbs. They've actually grown a bone in a tube.
They have, yeah.
And so
they've grown everything really. They're doing everything really.
Hearts, lungs.
Yeah. 3D. The 3D printed everything, haven't they?
Printing.
The 3D printed houses, everything, body parts, everything. They've just done everything.
Yeah, because you know what your name, the title there is Skynet and hybrid age. We can't forget the hybrid part.
Well, exactly, because we're in the hybrid age. Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously, explaining it. The Skynet you've already explained. The Skynet is the Skynet. Mm-hmm. We've got one in China, one in America, and the hybrid age. We're in the hybrid age now.
Right, exactly.
We're tampering with something we shouldn't be doing. What we did in the past and what we're doing again.
Right.
The hybrid age.
Yeah, and people that go for this stuff will label us as kooks.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
I get that regular.
But you know, it's important. I try to bring this up more often. It's important for us to understand that the spiritual realm is involved here,
Exactly.
So Satan has blinded the mind of people. Not that he's physically blinding them. It's a world system that blinds them
Exactly. That's
to
true.
the hope of the gospel, and they will go against Jesus Christ. When they come against people like us, they're going against Jesus Christ. It's not about us at all, or or the message is about Jesus Christ.
Exactly.
Um, so when you see people acting irrationally towards logic or truth, they're blinded. They can't
Exactly.
they can't accept what's in plain sight. And I understand that a lot of these concepts are very deep. They can get emotional and all this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, well, I mean, I'm just saying it says in Second Thessalonians 2:3-4. I mean, basically, I won't go through the scripture, but basically, they believe in the lie.
Yes, yes,
I mean,
exactly, exactly. And the great delusion, I believe, is going to be something that connected to a fake UFO sort of thing. I have more description in my documentary, but
yeah, I agree with you as well.
um,
That's what
but
I believe exactly the same as you, brother.
because there's a
Yeah,
there
when we go up, they come down.
yeah there are very solid there's solid evidence out there
There
that
is, yeah,
they're planning a fake UFO invasion. Okay,
yeah.
so
Yeah, even
what?
I mean, they even say that. They even say that.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
and oh, the New Age books write about it.
these new age people say that
Yeah,
when these bad people go,
uh-huh.
when these bad people go, you know, we'll be all happy in that because the
Right,
bad people's gone.
right, yeah.
It
So
says that in the new age literature.
yeah, so let's bring up some. You say you have some articles. Let's bring up some new age, not new age, but some real world articles that
Um,
kind of emphasize what we're saying.
I've got the about the drones.
Uh,
We mentioned about the drones, but
mhm.
go on.
Well, we could say for sure that the
I
military.
mentioned about the drones. I mean, did you hear the one about the where the COVID started at the Chinese Military World Games?
What the last part?
Apparently, the COVID apparently started at the Chinese Military World Games.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
heard about that. Yeah.
hmm.
Um,
There's that one.
all the military around the world are moving towards the drones, cyborgs, stuff like that. Let me see here. Here's one. Ministry of Defense is developing weaponized drones armed with shotguns that can fly
Oh
indoors
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
identify
Oh, go
targets
to me.
using machine vision. That's the first time I've heard that term, machine vision, because right now the term that's being ubiquitous and they're training us to
There's
use it is
Google's
machine
just
learning.
yeah, blurring it out. They were putting weapons and that on them now.
Right. And
Yeah,
by the way, even though this is a September 29th article, this stuff has been going on for a long time
it has. Yeah, yeah.
with the
I
MAV.
think haven't Google just brought out a little thing that you have on your table, and it's a little drone. It just pops out.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of developers have been making those sort of drones, and
Yeah,
they fly in
for
swarm.
surveillance, for
Yes,
surveillance thing.
the military already had one that was the size of a fly, and it could shoot you
Yeah,
in the head.
yeah.
Um,
Military's got all them, haven't they, for like flies and
right.
you name it. Any part of the animal kingdom, they've turned it into like a drone.
Any part of the animal kingdom. You're exactly right.
Yeah,
It's so much information that I'm trying not to overwhelm the audience.
exactly. And I'm just trying to
Um,
find things that they won't overwhelm people.
Let's see. The Ministry of Defense has unveiled a drone armed with twin stabilized shotguns that use AI to identify its targets. The drone has 6 rotor blades and is attached with a camera to provide a live stream of indoor conflicts to a remote soldier who fires the device's weapons. At a first prototype of the meter-long machine, which is designed only for indoor combat, has been called the I-9. Mod has developed the flying arm fighter with a undisclosed British company to deploy specifically in urban situations such as buildings, barricades by armed personnel. Wow. So
Yeah.
there will be no place to hide in the coming future. We're going to have drone wars. Like I said,
Did
some of
you did you see that one about holographic projection in your house, like a cabinet?
I've been wanting to do a show on hologram for years now, and I haven't got to it
Because
because
I think holograms will be a big thing, especially
yes, the
near
augmented
the
reality,
tribulation. I think that'll be a big thing.
yeah, augmented reality. They
Augmented
ac-
reality
yeah, they actually
and
have
things like that.
yeah,
That's a big thing. That is a really big thing.
yeah, they have holograms that you can actually touch.
Yeah, that's right.
So well, what you've seen at Disney and all these
Oh
MG
yeah,
these
yeah.
places, you can't touch those, but they
You
look
can't, no.
realistic, right? They have the ones that you could touch now. Okay,
That's right, yeah, yeah.
and I
I
forgot
know
it.
they just brought that one. It's a cabinet, isn't it? And you can and it transfer, and it's like a big cabinet, and you can transfer yourself into.
Oh, you
You
mean
can put like yourself in it.
like
That
a
one,
holodeck, like a holodeck.
like a holodeck one.
Yeah, yeah. They
Yeah,
have Will I Am,
yeah,
the rapper. Will
yeah.
I Am.
I think there's Will I Am one. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he helped develop.
He developed
He
one.
didn't
Yeah,
develop.
yeah.
He didn't develop it, but
He didn't develop
he
it.
was
Yeah, I mean,
part
because
of the process.
he's a blatant transhumanist. That guy.
Yeah, he's just a face. And they say that when they go in there, that you could tell it's not real,
Oh
but
yeah.
it feels so real you want to keep playing. And so I'll do something on that another time. But yeah, so that's the hologram technologies
Yeah,
part of
the
it.
Japanese has got. I had it for a few years, haven't they? Like little table ones.
Right. Yeah,
They've had little table ones, like little companions and that, haven't they?
yeah, they've been pioneering the augmented reality when it comes to the cell phones and other stuff. Microsoft is taking a handle on that with their goggles,
Yeah, they've had glasses and the HoloLens and that glasses and
HoloLens,
thing.
especially the newer one. Oh my goodness,
Yeah, yeah,
it's just madness.
yeah,
If you want to check out, I think I've done a presentation using the not using but reporting on some technology. Go and check out. It's called Breaking Free from Entertainment Part 2. Breaking Free from Entertainment Part 2. And in there, I also see, you also see where I put video about the people saying that demons are going to come and control
yeah.
AI. I think it's a very solid presentation. Go check it out.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
channel.
yeah.
This one, go ahead.
Sorry, I mean, because that was a problem with Pokemon Go, wasn't
Yeah, that was in there too. Crazy
it?
stuff, man. So this one says Robot Wars. British Army Chief
Oh
General
yeah,
Sir Mark Carlton Smith
yeah,
says UK military of the future will use unmanned vehicles and swarms of drones controlled by motherships. Oh,
yeah,
speaking of motherships, guys, you don't know. You could do the research. Listen, look up how they're making helicarriers just like the one in Avengers movies.
yeah. I was saying that. Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, I'm
yeah.
like, yo, this this is crazy. And this is I found that out in 2015.
Yeah. They're
So
making them like Star Wars as well.
you mean
Have you
like
seen that
Star Destroyer?
article? Like on Star Wars, the big carriers. Have you
The
seen that article? I'm sorry, I've got it on my.
which one? Do you mean the animal like one? Which ones?
No, in the space ones,
The Star Destroyer.
Star Destroyers.
How are they going to pull that off?
I don't know if it's a boat. Don't know if it's a boat or a plane or what it is, but they're
That's
trying to make them like that. Yeah.
that's crazy.
I don't know if it's DARPA that's trying to make them.
That's crazy. That's a wild one right
Yeah,
there.
I've got an article about that as well.
Yeah, but just imagine these helicarriers releasing swarms of drones.
That's unbelievable. Yeah, yeah. Well, they've got. I mean, they've got them little drones that are like team drones, haven't they?
Yeah, swarms. Yeah,
Like
yeah.
swarms. Yeah, as you said.
They have swarms that are like, you know what, like you mentioned earlier, if it's in the animal kingdom, they're going to try to do it.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Because they can't come up with anything original. So
No, they can't. No, they just copy God.
they have the swarm of drones that when they attack you, it'll be like flies.
Yeah,
Some of them will just eat flesh.
exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
and all this stuff. So bear in mind that the future coming. I keep saying that the future coming we cannot imagine.
Exactly. It's a good job we won't be here.
and yeah, I don't want. Yeah, we won't be here.
Exactly.
But I'm just saying for the regular people,
Exactly.
that especially if you're on another rapture view.
I know.
The future coming, it won't be
I know.
pretty. Why would you want to stay here?
Exactly. Why would you want to be here? With all the drones and things and
Yeah.
all the planet corrupted.
Yeah,
I mean, why would you be?
You have God's wrath pouring out.
Exactly. All the balls and
All the bowls.
trumpet judgments and everything.
You have humanity,
Oh.
the kings of the earth trying to enslave humanity. You have the mark of the beast in the middle and all that stuff. I mean, I don't want to
no.
do that. So yes,
dear me.
People say you want to escape. Yeah. Even in this part, God, come quickly.
Yeah, definitely.
That's my sentiment.
Definitely, yeah. Come today, please.
Yeah. So here we have talking about the drones and the swarms and the former director.
You've got smart cities.
Yes, smart cities. But we'll get there.
Smart living and things like that.
We'll get to that in a second.
Yeah. Smart health, smart buildings.
It says the former director of special forces said the military will also grow its special operations and intelligence capabilities and shine a light into the shadows. Training foreign armies overseas will also be expanded, and that training will act as a war laboratory where soldiers can test new skills and kit for the future battles, the chief of the general staff said. General Charlton Smith gave a rare briefing on his vision for the Army of Denison Barracks. Anyway, the 77th Brigade. The brigade helps counter COVID. Oh my gosh. The brigade helps counter COVID disinformation and disrupt extremist activities online as it uses non-lethal forms of psychological warfare to fight in the information age. Outlining his future plans for the Army, the general basically wanted teams of humans and machines to be commonplace, check this out, by 2025. How long did they want us locked down? 2022? So after you have us locked down for so long, now you bring in the extra stuff.
Exactly.
Right? And this has all to do with the United Nations as well. Don't leave them out. Don't ever leave them out. Davos, Bilderberg, World Economic Forum, all these people are in bed together.
Yeah.
In fact, some of them switch positions and go back and forth, actually. He said, in time, armored fighting vehicles will be command hubs, motherships, commanding teams of robots, and thereby generating a new form of combat mass. I hope people are really paying attention to the words here. Okay? And I'm not freaked out. I'm just telling you because I'm used to this type of information. Motherships, combat mass. It's going to be dense. Okay? It's going to be the type of thing that the regular population cannot fight. Bear in mind now, the brigade helps counter COVID disinformation and disrupt extremist activities. When they use these terms, they're very vague and have ambiguity. So you say, okay, sure, extremists. You could be the extremist one day. I'm not making this stuff up. You can be the extremist. Look at how many people have been arrested for stupid stuff when it comes to COVID. And now they're going to use, and this is overseas. I haven't read anything from the US. They're going to use military brigades, online psychological warfare. This is stuff I read about 2 years ago. Okay, psychological warfare. This is why you see the term new normal, new normal, new normal, new normal, new normal. It's brainwashing. That's psychological warfare. Okay, they're going to use all sorts of ads, the media, this, that, and other, to get you to comply. If your brain is susceptible to compliance to a system that's not normal. How many times have you gone out of your house without your mask? Then you're like, oh, I forgot my mask. Now the mask is like a cell phone. You can't leave home without it. What's coming in the future? Something worse. We're just warning. Go ahead, Michael.
Wow, so true, brother. So true.
Yeah. So
So true.
the smart homes.
Yeah. Ah, yes. Smart. What do you want to do? Yeah. There was an article here. Under the radar, Internet of Things explodes in 2020.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But for people that don't know, the Internet of Things is a buzzword for everything will be connected. Your shirt, your
Yeah.
headphones, your microphone, your toaster, your car, your shoes, your speakers, your TV, you name it, it will be connected in some way, form, or fashion to some RFID technology or greater, and also with the 5G network and moving forward. In fact, I heard at a tech conference, so I'm not making this up, every electronic since the 80s has a chip in it so that when the 5G networks come online, everything will start to coincide together. Now, that doesn't mean that the cup that you bought, maybe 2 years ago, it doesn't mean it has, because we still have independent cup makers, but eventually everything will be connected. So that is the Internet of Things in a nutshell.
Yeah.
But then like you mentioned the smart home. The smart homes are basically
Yeah.
the same concept of the Internet of Things, but they will be tracking everything that you do. Like, say, for instance, if the environmental agreement rolls out around the world, you'll be taxed for everything. Um, and you will be controlled to a degree where if you're overweight, the fridge will tell on you if you ate a snack overnight. It will track everything that you do. The scale will report on you. The baby monitor will report on you. Your smart meter will report on you. Your cell phone, everything will know what you already give your cell phone too much control. Right now, my cell phone is right here, and guess what? Whatever apps I have allowed to use my microphone, they can collect data on me. And outside of that, outside of the microphone, they could still collect data on me. Right now, it's listening to my broadcast. And later on, YouTube is going to bring up ads of things that I've spoken about. Okay? So it's about monetizing your information. Information is the gold of the future. It's the number one asset right now. So that's why information has to be controlled by these monolithical corporations and military industries. Okay? You are the gold. Your information is gold, and they have to control it. So anything you want to add to that, Michael?
It's just saying there will be 41 billion Internet of Things devices by 2027. There'll be 1 million seconds in roughly equal to 11.5 days. 1 billion seconds is roughly equal to 31.75 years.
Mm-hmm.
There'll be, by 2023, 70% of automobiles will be connected to the internet.
Mm-hmm.
And it's carried on in the article. Even if self-driving vehicles aren't here yet, existing automobiles are increasingly incorporating IT features from sensors that transmit usage and mechanical condition data to manufacturing and dispatches to an internet connectivity that facilitate better GPS and driver comfort today. Vehicles offer as much connectivity as modern homes. The compute power that makes the connectivity possible will make Internet of Things enabled vehicle valuable tools in edge computing framework. Every second, another 127 devices are connected to the internet.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you know, a good point to bring up right now, with all these connections that you're talking about, is that this is one of the reasons why they need AI, because the amount of information being stored on the internet or uploaded on the internet per second, humans can't track it. I don't care what system they put in place, it has to be artificial intelligence, because it will be fast enough to gather the information as it balloons out of control. The amount of books published yearly, you can't catch up to reading. I'm sorry. I have so many books on my computer, books behind me, as you guys can see.
Yeah,
I haven't read even 1%, not even half of 1% of the books I have. I have at least 30 years worth of reading
yeah.
to do. So um, I'm just giving you an inference so that you can understand that the data, the amount of personal information that you put on Facebook daily. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Listen, I'm not telling you what to do
Faces of death.
regarding Facebook, but too much information is handed over to a conglomerate, a entity that is there to siphon your information for marketing and for law enforcement. or clandestine operation. It's the fact. And if you don't believe me, again, as I always say, please do your research. You know, Paul McGuire once said on his program that, you know, people will scoff at him and whatever for the information that he's bringing, but 99% of them do zero research. Zero. That's why I keep saying, do your research. You don't have to come and agree with me totally. Listen, I make mistakes, but listen, do your research. Okay. But what I'm telling you, everything I've stated so far is factual. And we're just moving into this precipice of total technological, technocratic. Yeah, I use these words on purpose so that you can look up the words.
Yeah.
Technocratic invasion. And if you doubt it, start looking into your local municipalities. See what type of things they're agreeing to and not consulting with you. Here in Vegas, they have cactuses that have cameras on them.
I mean, see.
Big cameras,
Yeah.
big cactuses with cameras on them.
Yeah.
And the people are asking like, What's this about?" "Oh, it's for speeding." "Oh, come on, you got, you have enough, right?" The municipalities are agreeing to things that you don't know about, and you need to check it out, because when it hits you, it's going to hit you and stay. Okay. In Florida, before I left, there were cameras all over the place. People were getting fines in the mail, including myself, for a violation. Sometimes it wasn't even a violation. Sometimes it was just, you crossed on a yellow light and it turned red and the camera caught you. You know, nothing serious, okay? But people were getting fined so much that the people started to be in an uproar and started to, I don't know if it's all gone now because I'm not, I don't live there anymore. But it's an important thing to consider what's going on in your local municipality. Also, you guys are putting these Ring devices on your homes. Amazon owns Ring. They bought them out. And now they're networking with law enforcement to have the Ring devices that you put on your house to snitch on whatever.
Yeah.
It's not something private. You have bought the device, which they're making dirt cheap so they can get it everywhere, and create a network with law enforcement. Now, listen, I'm not against law enforcement. I know some people will go and think, "Oh, Chris, you're no." I'm just saying, Why would you want somebody else to use your device on your home to surveil your community? Doesn't make sense. Anyway, um, that's all. That's going along with the smart home idea as well.
Yeah.
So this age of technology, this is why we made reign of the tech. This is why it's an important issue that can't stop, because this is what they call the fourth industrial revolution. Okay, and it's a gold mine for them. Average citizens don't care about this, but yet average citizens are being impacted by it. Logically, it makes no sense that you don't get informed. So please stay informed. Anything else you'd like to add?
I'll just agree with you, brother. We have to be Bereans and just don't believe what we're saying. Do your research.
Yes.
All that we're saying is the truth, but what me and Chris are saying, all what we're saying is the truth. It's all proof from articles, but don't believe what we're saying. Take your time, do your research, be Bereans, as it said in the words, Acts 17:11. Take your time and go look it up. Acts 17:11, look it up. But be a Berean, go and look it up and do your research.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you need to do.
Yeah.
Take your time and go do your research. Don't believe what I say or what Chris has said tonight or this morning.
Yeah. And you know what? For the Christian out there that, you haven't been taught Bible prophecy, or you're kind of, in the middle and all this stuff, do your research on Bible prophecy as well. I mean, be careful where you go.
Exactly.
I could tell you where I think you should go, but I don't want to be the one to just lead you,
Exactly.
because there are different avenues on Bible prophecy. I lean towards
There
a
is. Yeah.
dispensational hermeneutic and literal, grammatical, historical. That's the type of hermeneutic I go
Yeah.
towards. I don't go toward allegory and all this other stuff that it's a wide area that you could open up a plethora of lies. Okay. So be careful where you're going to study Bible prophecy, but realize that no matter if you disagree on a position of the rapture, there is going to be a rapture. That's what we can all agree on, that. And Jesus Christ is coming back soon. So the Bible tells about that, tells about the rapture, tells about the 7-year tribulation, tells about the mark of the beast, tells about the Antichrist and the second beast of the false prophet, tells about the bowls, the trumpets, and all these things. It's coming. We don't know when it's going to hit. We don't know when the rapture is going to happen. It's imminent, so that means it can happen at any minute. Here it is. You need to investigate for yourself, because some of your churches are not teaching Bible prophecy, so they're leaving you unequipped. You're saved, but you're unequipped to help others. And it's not about us. It's not about you. It's about Jesus Christ Almighty and reaching the lost with the gospel, especially before this time, because after that time, it's going to be the worst time in the history of mankind. No time has been like it before. No time will be like it afterwards. And that's what the Bible declares. So you need to have a full equipment on Bible prophecy and things going on in the world. You don't have to know everything. And I don't know everything. I don't claim to know everything. And neither does Michael. However, you need to be informed. The deception in the world right now is super high. And Jesus Christ said to his disciples, when they asked what it'll be like before he comes, the first thing he said was, do not be deceived. Don't be deceived. Jesus Christ is coming back soon. And so as we close, Michael, tell people your website address again and where they can find you on social media.
Okay, right.
SkynetHybridAge.com or something like that?
Skynet/hybridage.com at the back.
Skynet/hybridage.com. And where can they find
Yeah.
you on social media?
Yeah. Well, if you go to the website, you can in the corner you can connect to YouTube and Facebook and everything that I'm I'm on. If you
Yeah.
if you go to
And
the
listen, guys, he has a lot of good articles, man. There's a lot of good articles there. So you want to check out his website, check out his Facebook, and hook up with him. You'll learn some things. And with that, we just want to remind you guys, if you are not a Christian, today is the day for salvation. Jesus Christ came to die for your sins, my sins, all the sins of the whole world, because God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son. And so, listen, he also resurrected on the third day for all of us. And that's where that's the anchor of Christianity, the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Today is the day for salvation. So if he's moving on your heart, please react now. Cry out to him. Pray to him. Lord, come into my life. I'm a sinner. I repent. And I want to be a part of your family. You don't have to say those exact words. I'm just telling you, just pray to him and he will answer you. And also, if you're a Christian, remember to spread the gospel. This information is equipped to spark conversation. And as this ministry is called, don't let them burn. Thank you for joining us, Michael.
If you like our videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to get all our frequent updates.